Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. I wanted to do another evening update of the ongoing Eritrean invasion of Tigray and the civil war taking place inside the former state of Ethiopia. A few days ago, I had discussed the possibility that we would see an uptick in Abiy loyalist Air Force airstrikes against various targets inside of the Tigray region. And over the last 24 plus hours, we have indeed seen an uptick in Abiy loyalist strikes against targets throughout the Tigray region. Specifically, in the last 24 hours, Adigrat has come under some fairly intense bombardments by the Abiy loyalist Air Force, including areas in the Tenbian region, the Kola Tenbian region, west of Mekelle and south of Adigrat and Adwa, has also been hit by these aircraft dropping dumb bombs. Most of the ordnance outside of the use of the TB2 Baraktar and the Chinese-made drones, fixed-wing aircraft, utilized by the Abiy loyalist Air Force, which includes Su-27s. It is possible that the Abiy loyalist Air Force at any one time has about a half a dozen to maybe 8 or 9 operational Su-27s at any one time. They also have a few MiG-23, about a half a dozen or so, maybe a little less, operational MiG-23s that are probably not in very good condition. And then they also use the L-39s, the Czechoslovakian trainers, jet trainer aircraft, to also use rockets and drop dumb bombs as well. So not a very large Air Force by any stretch of the imagination, but one or two aircraft carrying several 500 or 1,000 pound bombs can obviously do a lot of damage, especially to a town or city. And we can expect that we will continue to see these operations by the Abiy loyalist Air Force dropping these bombs on targets on various cities and towns in the Tigray region, not out of any sort of military effectiveness, but more or less retribution strikes against the Tigrayan population. The Abiy loyalist military and the Eritrean armed forces have essentially been defeated near Adigrat. And that's why, in all probability, we are seeing these strikes take place on the civilian population in and around Adigrat, unfortunately. And then obviously the Tenbian region is the stronghold in the area where the Tigray Defense Forces would have defensive redoubts to include, obviously, arms depots and command and control centers as well in the central Tenbian region, in these vast, in some cases, wilderness areas with a lot of mountains and hills. So we'll keep an eye on that. Wanted to talk about that. Not a lot of updates in terms of what is happening on the ground. The B30 highway, the A2 highway, B20, and the highway connecting Eritrea to Shire are constantly, or the logistical convoys of the Eritrean army are constantly, again, as I talked about before, coming under constant attack by the Tigrayan Defense Forces. And this is going to have a wear and tear on the ability of the Eritrean military and the Abiy loyalist forces to conduct operations in the north. It's in all probability, as I've discussed before, why we are not seeing the Abiy loyalist forces attempt to push north from Alamata and Korem. Additionally, in the south, in Oromia, it is now being reported that large sections of both the B40 and the A4 highway leading to Addis Ababa are now under the control of the Oromo Liberation Army. Specifically, roads not too far west of Addis Ababa, especially the area near this town, Nakemte, I believe is how you would call that. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. but the road junction connecting A4 and B42 and 32 have fallen under the control of the Oromo Liberation Army. This is preventing the Abiy loyalist army from reinforcing its garrisons along the B40 highway heading west towards the Sudan and South Sudan border. As we know, the Oromo Liberation Army has taken control of the town of Mende. Possible other towns as well have fallen within the last 24 hours, and it appears that the Oromo Liberation Army has started, I won't want to say a general offensive, but they've definitely started an uptick in operations against the Abiy loyalist forces and federal police forces. So we're going to continue to monitor this, so we'll have more as soon as we get it. Again, wanted to do that late report and just kind of give you, the viewer, an update on what we were seeing. But thanks for joining us this evening. And as always, good night.